I know on this one that the declaration of vote have been requested. And I'm going to start with the DA.
House Chairperson, picture the scene, South Africa, 2023. A man who's been married for a number of years to a loyal, albeit belligerent, coal-loving spouse, decides to opt for a brighter and shinier new partner, a snappy dresser and a sassy dancer. Before said man has the opportunity to get his side hustle established, the spurned spouse demands all the spoils of divorce, the money, the house, the cars, the kids. What we have is a jealous and embittered ex holding on to what was versus a naive and optimistic new spouse eagerly anticipating what could be. Sound familiar? It should. This is the sad story of the love triangle that is our country's response to the electricity crisis. In searching for solutions to load shedding, President Ramaphosa has effectively traded in the stoic, stubborn, and single-minded Gwedi Mantashe for the flashy, fleet-footed, and energetic Dr. Kgosientsho Ramaphosa. And what could have been a functional and mutually beneficial marrying of the minds has turned into a dysfunctional battle of wills. It is evident that Minister Mantashe is unwilling to relinquish his powers, his budget, or his attachment to long-term dreams as opposed to short-term solutions. And instead of dealing decisively with the situation, President Ramaphosa, in an act of appeasement that would have given Neville Chamberlain palpitations, has kowtowed. He has given Dr. Ramaphosa the title of Minister of Electricity, but has left him with no space to define his mandate, has provided him with almost no powers, and is requiring him to fund his solutions with the assistance of the private sector. The presidency is Dr. Ramaphosa's home in name only. Until Dr. Ramaphosa is truly resourced and empowered to solve the load shedding crisis, he will not be remembered as the Minister of Electricity, but rather as the Minister of Megawatt. Thank you.
Thank you. The EFF. Order, honorable members. This is Honorable Manyi's maiden speech.
Firstly, let me greet the Commander-in-Chief of the Freedom Fighters and the leadership of the EFF. I stand here today to reject this fruitless and wasteful expenditure called the budget vote of the presidency. South Africa's economy has been dwindling in terms of size, quality, since Mr. Ramaphosa took office. Every life in South Africa is becoming increasingly difficult for everyone. There is growing consensus, even in the business community, that South Africa is becoming a failed state. Unemployment continues to escalate. More than 50% of South Africa's labor force is not in employment, is not in education or training, or has simply given up on finding employment. The cost of food, petrol, everything, and the overall standard of living has become unaffordable for all. Mr. Ramaphosa, the dithering president, has failed to present a credible and dependable solution to the crisis facing South Africa. He has been unable to lead a program to develop and implement a believable solution to the current electricity crisis in the country. Instead of considering practical solutions that the revolutionary movement, the EFF, presented during the State of the Nation address, like building additional capacity, floating storage regasification units, nuclear power, full completion of the Kahura Basa hydropower project with the necessary agency and speed, it disregarded all these practical proposals. 3 months after announcement, Mr. Ramaphosa gave powers to the dancing minister to deliver false promises to Parliament and the people of South Africa, claiming that he will source 1,500 megawatts from Lesotho. The same minister said he would bring 4,200 megawatts within the next 90 days, even when ESCOM is prohibited from using any of the fiscal stimulus to finance additional
A point of order.
generation. Crime, particularly gender violence, is out of control.
Honorable Manyi, please take your seat. Order, members. Order. Why are you rising, honorable member?
Rising in terms of rule number 84. And a ruling was made yesterday that members who want to be called dancing members can do so, but no other member can use that term for other members. So
Okay.
a ruling was made yesterday by a presiding officer on that matter. But I don't have a problem with the speech.
Okay, no problem. Proceed, honorable Manyi.
Crime, particularly gender-based violence, is out of control. Women and children are killed every day. People are dying due to poor water conditions in Amanskral. And the president doesn't take any responsibility whatsoever. His government is now advising people not to drink water in their own taps. This man has failed in proving to this man has failed and is proving to be the worst president in the post-apartheid South Africa. Instead, he is bloating the presidency with useless envoys, commissions, and ministers, and creating a kitchen cabinet in the presidency. The man should simply resign. His presidency has really been characterized by corruption. The country is now under gray listing because of the money laundering shenanigans of the Phala Phala farm. The president has also not been exemplary in respecting the laws of this country. Foreign exchange regulations is very clear that if you've got foreign currency, you've got 30 days to declare it. This president sat with foreign currency for 45 days. We are surprised that the acting public protector has not found against him. So, in conclusion, for us as the economic freedom fighters, we are saying in order for this country to move forward, Ramaphosa must resign. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. ACDP.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, ANC veteran and former Finance Minister, Mr. Trevor Manuel, issued a scathing criticism of South Africa's political leadership, saying that there was no doubt that South Africa's corruption, crime, and lawlessness had increased because of weak leadership and a lack of political will. The ACDP agrees and lays these failures squarely at the door of the president, the head of the executive. Now, this is starkly illustrated by the president's desperate plea to the private sector to assist government where it has failed. This initiative is for executives from the largest companies to form a crisis committee to address power shortages, inefficient ports, and rampant crime in the country. Now, it is the central role of the government to address crime and to protect its citizens. Citizens do not feel safe in their households, on the public roads, at schools. And where do you have the situation where a brigadier of the South African police force is too afraid for his life to appear before Parliament? Understandably, given the assassination of Lieutenant Kinnear, who exposed corruption in the SAPS itself. Chairperson, the state has failed dismally to build the economy and to set it on a path of sustained inclusive growth. Citizens are desperate. This huge involvement, again, of the private sector graphically shows the incapable state. It's hamstringed by maladministration, uncertain policies, crime and corruption, and this under the president's leadership. Chairperson, business, citizens are quickly losing patience with the president. He was elected in 2019 on a promise to revive the economy, on a province of reform. And yes, we have seen reform, and the ACDP does give credit where credit is due with certain institutions that have been improved. However, if you look at the results, if you look at unemployment at unprecedented levels, economic growth almost non-existent, and the country's depreciated currency at an all-time low. This is due to own goals, such as the country's stance on Russia, grey listing, other poor policy issues, load shedding. The ACDP believes the buck stops with the president, and the president must be held accountable for the dire state of the nation. And of course, we have got elections coming up in 2024, and the ACDP will play a key role in governments after 2024. I thank you.
Thank you.